Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to this video tutorial on staking your FET Fetch.AI tokens on the Fetch.AI mainnet. Now, I've received a lot of comments and questions over the last few months regarding how you go about staking your Fetch.AI tokens, and there's a lot of confusion right now in terms of how to accomplish that. So here's what we're going to be talking about in this video. I'm going to be showing you two different ways that you can stake your tokens. One is using your Keplr wallet, and the other is simply using the Cosmostation app. Now, I've detailed the Cosmostation app, and I received an interesting comment from a gentleman by the name of Sean B, who indicated that the information that I put out should have included the commissions that the validators are charging. And again, as I always say, all the information provided in this video tutorial is provided on an as-is and as-available basis, and you agree that your use of any such information is entirely at your own risk. You should not construe any such information or other material in my video as legal, tax, investment, financial, or other advice. Nothing in this video or on my YouTube channel constitutes a solicitation, recommendation, endorsement, or offer by myself or any other third party. I am not liable for the loss of any fiat assets or tokens that you incur as a result of you following the steps that are presented here. And this is not investment advice. I'm not an investment advisor. The opinions expressed in this video tutorial are for general information and entertainment purposes only and are not intended to provide specific financial and/or tax advice or any recommendations for any individual or any specific cryptocurrency token or investment product. So now that that's out of the way, the comment was around the commission being charged by the different validators. And absolutely, that's something that should be taken into consideration when you're looking to stake your tokens. But what I'd like to address first is the confusion around how to stake your FET tokens. Now, as of a few months ago, you can stake your tokens on the Fetch.AI mainnet. You cannot stake your Ethereum ERC-based 20 tokens anymore. So here's the first thing that I want to point out. You'll notice when you come to the Fetch.AI main page, across the top here it says use cases, token, and then down here it says buy FET token and stake. So the first thing that we want to take a look at is buy FET token. Now, here's where the first point of confusion comes in. Individuals see that they can purchase it on Coinbase or Binance or Crypto.com or any of these other exchanges listed here. However, what you need to find out is whether or not the FET tokens that you are purchasing are on the Fetch.AI mainnet. In other words, they are not Ethereum ERC-20 based tokens. As of today, January 2nd, 2022, if you are purchasing your tokens on Coinbase, those are ERC-20 Ethereum based tokens. They are not Fetch.AI mainnet tokens. And here's where the next point of confusion comes in. Individuals are under the impression that you can purchase the tokens on Coinbase, and then you could use the Fetch.AI token bridge. However, there is a problem right now with the Fetch.AI token bridge, as you can see right here. And this has been a long-going issue that they are working on, and that is converting from ERC-20 to native tokens. Transfers are paused. And what that means is there is no bridge right now to convert your ERC-20 Ethereum-based FET tokens to the native mainnet FET tokens. It doesn't work right now, and it hasn't worked in a while. In fact, here is the latest Reddit post that I was able to find, which goes back to September 30th of 2021, and it said that this time the bridge is due to open shortly. Thanks for your understanding. Distributed systems are hard. And now, to be fair, the bridge is open. However, let me get back over here. The bridge is open. However, it's only open in one direction, and that is taking native mainnet FET tokens from a Fetch.AI wallet that's using the mainnet and converting those into ERC-20 tokens. So this is something you might want to do if you've got a bunch of tokens on the mainnet and you want to convert those tokens to ERC-20 base to put them onto an exchange where you could then maybe convert them to USDC or fiat or whatever the case may be. However, that's typically not what most people are looking to do when they're looking to stake the tokens, is they want to take the ERC-20 based tokens and convert those or bridge those to native tokens. And again, as you can see here, transfers are paused. And you might be thinking, well, wait a minute, that's because you don't have the native address or the amount in here. Well, let me go ahead and do that. If I pull up my Kepler wallet, here is a Fetch Mainnet Address, and they start with Fetch, and that's how you can tell. They don't start with 0x and then a string of numbers. That is an ERC-20 Ethereum-based address. So if I paste that in here and I say, yeah, give me 50. Oh, too small. Okay, so we'll go 200. Its transfers are paused. Even when I click on the button, it's not doing anything. And so this is also causing some significant confusion. So again, whichever exchange you're making your purchase on, make sure and do the research to find out whether that is an ERC-20 based FET token that you're buying or if it's on the mainnet. All right, so that first piece of confusion has been discussed. So now let's talk about the next point of confusion that I'm getting questions on. And that is, if you come here to token, you'll notice that when I click on token, it brings me back to this screen here. Now let's refresh to make sure nothing's cached here and that we've got the latest version of the page. But everyone's under the impression that, oh, well, you click on the buy FET token and that takes you to the list of exchanges, which it does. If I click on that, there they are. If I click back, it's going to bring us back to the page that we were just on. Sorry about that. Whoops. Or maybe we'll just scroll back up here. We'll scroll back up and you can see here this page, which is the token page. When you click on stake FET, here's the next point of confusion, is it brings you to this screen. Now, this is the legacy staking site on the Fetch.AI website. And this is where you could take your ERC-20 Ethereum based tokens, fire up a contract. And again, you can see right here, there's my MetaMask wallet address. Here's the Ethereum based contract that I set up and I staked this amount of FET tokens. Now you'll notice that it also shows I actually have 426 FET tokens in my MetaMask wallet right now that are just kind of sitting there stuck because the bridge is not functional. So it also shows the number of tokens that were in the contract. Now, this is users are contacting me or viewers are contacting me asking me, well, wait a second, I staked my tokens in here because I had made a video back on the 21st of August of 2021 explaining how you would go about doing all of this staking. Shortly thereafter, what ended up happening was they locked this all down. And it gave the impression that you had lost your tokens, that was it, they were gone. But they were not. And I produced a video that talked about how you would get those tokens back. So here is the first video. This was the video on how to stake your FET tokens on the Fetch.AI network and earn 10% using the screen that we were just looking at. However, this has been discontinued. You can no longer top up, withdraw, stake, remove, can't do any of that anymore, because this is no longer a legitimate site. So this link off of that page, off the token page, when you click stake FET, it should not take you to this page here, right? It should take you to the new mainnet staking. And when I click on the Fetch.AI logo here, and you can see buy FET token shows me the exchanges, just like on the token page. However, this is the link you should be clicking if you're trying to stake your FET tokens, but it's only with FET tokens that are on the mainnet. You cannot stake your Coinbase ERC-20 based FET tokens on the new site. And so here's a list of all of the validators that you can use for the new mainnet staking. And I'm going to circle back to this because, again, I want to make sure I cover where all the confusion comes from. So here was a video that showed you the old school way of doing it with your ERC-20 based tokens, which would ultimately lead to this screen here if you followed that video and staked your tokens here. So then I made a video in November talking about, hey, here is how you would unstake or recover these tokens that show that they're locked up here. And again, this follows a Medium post that was published by Fetch.AI, and it's the staking migration guide. So how to go from a hardware or software wallet. And this is where you would do the migrate from ETH. And a lot of people shied away from this because you would have to put in your MetaMask private key. Again, I did it. Nothing happened other than I got all my tokens off of the legacy ERC-20 Ethereum site and into the Fetch.AI Kepler wallet. And again, it's the Kepler wallet, but it's this special Fetch.AI extension that was used in order to recover my tokens. And again, you'd put in an account name, Ethereum address, you put the private key of your MetaMask wallet in here. And again, this Ethereum address was the address of your wallet. And excuse me. And so you make sure that information matches. And if you're using it for the first time, it asks you for password and then to confirm your password. And then you would click next. And this is how you would get your private key. And then your tokens would show up, not under the Andromeda testnet, but where they showed up was here under Fetch Hub. At least for me, that's where they showed up. And then once they were here, I just sent them over to my Cosmostation wallet. Now, this is because I had a valid contract tied to that MetaMask address, because I just redid this exact same procedure with the Fetch.AI Kepler wallet plugin, and it is not giving me, or it's not converting any of the FET tokens, of which I have, I think it's like 426, I think, in here in the MetaMask wallet. Let's scroll down. Yeah, so I've got 426 FET tokens here in this wallet, and it never converted them because there was no staking contract associated with these 426 tokens. So again, there's a bogus link here on the main Fetch.AI website. I apologize, cut it too short there. And if I was to click back, hopefully we're going to, it's not going to let us out of here. Oh, there we go. So on the main Fetch.AI website, this is the valid button. If you go to token and click stake FET, it's not going to take you to where you need to go to stake your mainnet FET tokens. This takes you to that legacy page that's broken. Again, here's the video on what you would do to recover your ERC-20 based FET tokens that you had staked on the legacy Fetch.AI site with a valid contract. And this is where you would pick up those tokens. They'd show up in that Fetch.AI Kepler extension, and then you can go ahead and send them from there, right? So those are the points that seem to be the most confusing for people. And now we're going to talk about what happens in terms of the staking, right? So again, you've got to get your tokens onto the mainnet in order to stake them through either the Kepler wallet plugin, which I'm using right here in order to do staking, or the Cosmostation wallet. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Cosmostation wallet. And sorry, there's the token bridge, and you can see this is from April. But again, as of September 2021, the token bridge, and as I showed, the token bridge transfers are paused right now. So if you weren't already staking and you don't follow the procedure that I detailed in this video, if your stuff was locked up to get it out, right now there's no bridge on the Fetch site, and there's no bridge that I know of to get the mainnet Fetch.AI tokens. If you know it, please drop it in the comment section below, because I would love to push a little more FET onto the mainnet for staking. So now let's talk about that. So here we are back on the main page. When I click on stake FET, and I apologize, I was not on the main page. Let me get back to the main page. So here I am on the main page. Let's refresh, make sure nothing's cached. When you click on stake, now it opens up the proper and current list of active validators. Now, here's what's interesting about this is Sean B had commented that you're using Cosmostation, and take a look at that. It's an 8.9% commission. And he was absolutely right that they're charging an 8.9% commission for you to stake your mainnet FET using Cosmostation as the validator. Now, there are many other validators that are listed here for much cheaper commission rates. Maneki Neko 2 is 0.25. Maneki Neko 1 is 0.25. Some of these are 0. Crypto Lion, 0% fee. Now, as always, make sure that you do your due diligence, do your research, and figure out which validator is going to be best for you. Because again, if the validators go down, you are going to possibly be negatively impacted by that. So you want to pick a good, robust, reliable FET validator for the Fetch.AI network. So here's what I'm going to show you, because this is where Sean B had said, well, I have to unstake my FET tokens and wait 21 days. And that is the cooling off period, if you're wondering, and I'm going to show you how you would see that. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull out my iPhone here. Whoops, I'm going to pull my iPhone out here. And, well, hopefully we're going to get it there. There we go. So we're going to pull my iPhone out here, and this is the Cosmostation app. And so as you can see, I've got 2,106 FET tokens delegated right here, available 1.3, no bonding or no unbonding. And the staking reward, if I was just, scroll down, you can see the staking rewards kind of updating. And this is showing me how many FET tokens I'm earning because I'm staking. So here's the thing, and this is in Sean B's comment when he had said that he had delegated to Cosmostation, and you can see right here, it's going to give you all the information. And this is where I can't stress enough, make sure you do your due diligence, do your research, and see what's out there and see what's available before you commit here, right? So I was staking here, and you can see I'm not staking anymore. And again, the delegated amount is like this tiny little amount down here. But the estimated APY was 15.49%. However, they're charging almost 9% commission for you to use them as a validator. Well, let's go back to these validator details, and you can see I'm using altruistic automaton now. And that's because their commission is only 0.25%. Now, did I have to unstake from Cosmostation in order to do that? I did not. All I had to do was redelegate. And by clicking redelegate, I'll click max and let's see if it allows me to do a tiny amount. You just click another delegator. There is no 21-day waiting period to redelegate. So let's pick altruistic automaton, and I'll click next, and let's see if it's going to allow us to do this with such a tiny amount. And again, you can see here, the fee is 0. So we'll confirm that transaction. Let's put our code in here. And I love how they move the keys around. Every time you see that screen, the numbers and the letters are in different locations, which I thought was pretty cool. That way it doesn't, sort of get this imprint. And so there you go. Let's click done. And there is no 21-day waiting period for anything there. As you can see, if I click on delegate, everything now is delegated to altruistic automaton. Even that little fraction, which is why you no longer see Cosmostation listed here as my validators. I'm no longer using them to validate. Now let's click on top. And this is something that I hope that they're going to add to the website. And that is the ability to list these things out by certain criteria. Maybe you want them listed out alphabetically by name. Maybe, and actually it's interesting, and this is something else I noticed, you'll notice that Cosmostation is first when you do it by name, it's first when you do it by voting power, and it's first when you do it by APY. And this kind of goes back when I originally did this, I just picked Cosmostation because that was what was there first. And so it's no coincidence that, again, hey, it's their wallet and they're looking to make a buck, so I get it. But when you organize things like this and list things out, you probably want to take a good look and see, hey, what are the fees? What are the commissions that are being charged? And again, Sean B, totally valid point. I got to give him a shout out because it actually prompted me to go back in and take a look and see, hey, is it that much better of a deal on some of these different validators? And it absolutely is, right? Because again, Cosmostation, 8.9%. Altruistic automaton, 0.25. Now, like I said, there are some that are 0, but those make me a little bit nervous for whatever reason. And, do your own research. Do your own research. And so what are we earning right now? Or I should say, what is the current with on-chain params 17.01, with real block time 14.01, which is why when you look at the validators, and we'll go back to top, when you look at the validators who are charging 0%, their estimated APY is 17.01. You are literally getting all the juice right there. There is no commission, right? Now, they've got this self-bonded rate, and I am not going to touch on that because I have no clue what that means. So, again, do your own research and make your decision, but you don't have to undelegate. You can simply re-delegate. Now, and I was going to say that's going to disappear. This is what I'm going to talk about here. So once you redelegate, right, you see that message? You've redelegated this validator in the past certain period. That period is 21 days. So now I need to leave them here. However, if I came on, and like you just saw, if I had delegated some to Cosmostation, right, and the period had passed, I could then redelegate. Right? But you don't want to undelegate, because when you undelegate, you're no longer earning on those tokens, right? So leave them, leave them delegated to whomever it is you're delegated to, continue to earn your rewards. And then when the waiting period is up, you can then go ahead and redelegate them. And so you don't have a 21-day period where you're not earning rewards. Because as you can see, I'm earning rewards here, right? You can see that those rewards are upticking for the 2,106 FET that I have here. And so I've got one available. So this is one way to do it. And again, Sean B., I really appreciate the input. So this is one way that you can stake on the FET mainnet. The other way is that you can use the Kepler wallet extension, right? So how would that work, or what would we do? Well, again, if you're on the main page here, and let me slide this over to the side because I'm going to be doing some address stuff here and moving a token or two. So when you're on the main Fetch site and you click on stake, it brings you to this page. You simply clicked connect wallet. Now it's going to bring up this requesting connection here for the Kepler wallet. I'm going to click reject. And the reason I'm clicking reject is it's for the Fetch.AI Kepler extension, right? Which I'm not going to use because I'm already using the Kepler wallet, which is where I have other assets. And so there's the address for my main Kepler wallet, and it's been attached right here. So now, as soon as you connect a wallet, the stake options pop up. Now, again, there's no way for me here, as you can see, to like list these in alphabetical order. In fact, I think, are they? No, they're not listed in alphabetical order. So it's listing them, and it looks like it's listing them. Yeah, so the order that these are being listed in is the amount of FET that the validator has staked. And you can see the amount continues to drop down here. And then it's kind of funny, we get down into this range down here where they're staking, or I'm sorry, let's keep going down here. You get down into this range down here where they're actually staking fewer tokens, fewer FET tokens than I have in my wallet. And these, should make you kind of nervous because who knows what's going on there. But again, I just went with the biggest and the baddest, and it's 0.25%, which is a fraction of what Cosmostation was charging. So if I wanted to stake FET tokens that I have in my Kepler wallet extension, then I would click on stake, and it's going to allow me to see what the available balance is. And so here's what I'm going to do right now, and I'm doing this sort of off screen here, is let me go ahead and copy my wallet address real quickly for my Kepler wallet. And let's copy that. And all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to send one FET token over to this wallet, over to my Kepler wallet, or Kepler wallet extension. And it's costing me 0 FET, and we'll click next, and we'll click confirm, and then I'll put my key in. And we're going to allow this to take place. And let's actually watch it kind of in real time here. And it looks like it already updated. And it did. I'm pretty sure it did there. And let's click done. So you can see that I've got 3 FET that are staked, and I have 1 available token. And again, that 1 token that's available is a token that I just sent over here. Let me refresh again just to make sure. Yeah. And that's the 1 token that I sent over here. So the first time you go to click connect wallet, if you haven't connected your Kepler wallet, web extension wallet, it's going to ask you to authenticate it just like it did over here with the Kepler AI wallet. I'm sorry, the Fetch.AI Kepler wallet extension, which is this one. Again, there's two Kepler wallets in play here. One is sort of like the special Fetch one that you would use to do that recovery procedure that I talked about if you had tokens staked in the old school site, right? For any current FET tokens that you have on the mainnet, when you connect, I would highly, recommend that you use the real Kepler wallet extension, which is this one here. And again, this one serves all kinds of different networks. On the secret network, I've got some stuff I'm doing. So Fetch Hub. So here we go. And let's go ahead and we'll stake those tokens. And let's go ahead, we'll do it here. We'll just pick a different one other than altruistic automaton. We'll do block scope / insurance. Wait, that sounds a little sketchy. All right, let's come down here. We'll do blue stake. So you click on stake and you can see it's going to show you the available amount of FET that you have. And I'm wondering if it's going to do all the way down to that granular of a level. Yeah, it's an invalid amount. So we'll just pull this back here and we'll make it 1. So that 1 FET token that I transferred over to my Kepler wallet, let me go ahead and click stake. It's going to come up. It's going to ask for, and again, this is asking for the Fetch.AI wallet. I'm going to reject that because we do not want it to use that wallet. We want it to use this wallet here, the Kepler wallet. I'm going to click approve. And I think we may have an issue here because I've got the Fetch.AI wallet installed. So let me reject, let me just close that and let me click approve here. See if I got it a little quicker there. So we should see a little green check mark here once this is done, indicating that we've been able to stake our FET token. And there's a white check mark. So there we go. The check mark is there. The screen disappears. Now you might be wondering, okay, well, where's all my information here? Like, where does it show what I'm earning and what's going on? Well, let's click on the Kepler wallet. What do we see? Well, we only see the available amount right here. And then we see what we have staked. It doesn't show me any earnings in the Kepler wallet. If you click on the wallet address up here in the upper right, it takes you to a new screen, which is this screen here. Now, you'll notice there's quite a bit going on here. And I specifically undelegated those 3 tokens that were initially in there that show that they're being staked, but they're not. They're not earning any rewards. Those 3 tokens, I undelegated those, right? So here's an unbonding delegation. And the reason I did it is I wanted to see how long they're going to lock your tokens up. So make sure you are aware of the fact that if you are staking tokens and you unstake those tokens, because maybe you want to cash out of Fetch.AI, note that you are going to be in a 21-day window where I am pretty sure you're not earning rewards, and these tokens, these 3 tokens, are just going to sit here locked up. Now, where are we earning rewards? And this is why I tell you they're not earning rewards, is there's no reward screen here for altruistic automaton. However, the 1 token, the 1 FET token we put here for blue stake is in fact earning rewards, and you can claim the rewards, right? And again, we're just talking about 2 different ways that you can stake your Fetch.AI FET Mainnet tokens that you might have. And so let me click claim rewards. You can see, and again, this extension is going to kill me here. I'm going to approve it. And this is a minuscule amount, but hey, we got them. And now we go back to claiming rewards, and you should see this is going to move, and take a look at that. It starts moving right away, right? And so we're earning the 17.01% minus whatever the commissions are for the blue stake, which I think was 1%. And let's see on my phone here, if I was to go back to delegate and look at the top, and blue stake is 16.84%. So in that ballpark, you're going to be earning 16.84% on this 1 FET token. Again, if you click on remove stake, right, and then you put in that, hey, I'm pulling that token out, and then you click remove stake, it is going to lock it for 21 days, and you're not going to be able to do anything with those tokens for 21 days, at which point they then unlock. Now, they had this little community incentive program down here, and I went ahead and I signed up for this. I don't have the Mobix app yet, but I went ahead and signed up, because who knows, maybe you're going to earn some rewards because you're staking, whatever the case may be. And here's a nice little graph that kind of shows you the available tokens you've got, how many are delegated, how many are on bonding, and the rewards that you're earning. And as you look here at the rewards, it's going to continue to creep up, just like it does in the Cosmostation app. All right, well, I think that covers everything I wanted to cover with respect to staking your tokens on the Fetch.AI network. Again, there seems to be a lot of confusion around how to stake the tokens on the mainnet, and I think part of that confusion is that people are buying tokens on exchanges that are ERC-20 based tokens, and then they're not able to convert or bridge those over to the mainnet. And the number one reason for that is because transfers on the Fetch.AI bridge have been paused. And like I said, the last update to that was 30 September 2021, where this post went out saying that, hey, it looked like things are going to be back up, and they're not back up yet. So those tokens that I have here that I purchased on Coinbase that I then transferred into my MetaMask wallet, these 426 FET tokens, unfortunately, those are going to have to sit there until the bridge comes back up. All right, well, hopefully this video has cleared up a lot of the confusion around how you can stake your FET tokens, what are the differences between those ERC-20 based tokens, how you could recover those tokens if you had them staked in the old school site using the MetaMask wallet and the Fetch.AI Kepler extension. And in fact, I can go ahead and, remove this I can go ahead and remove this extension right now, which is probably what I should do. But anyway, let's get this out of here. All right, and we'll remove it. But anyway, that does it. Hopefully that clears up the confusion if you had some confusion around this, and I wish you the best of luck out there staking. Thanks so much for watching. Sean B, thanks for the input. And as always, I hope to see you in the next video.